Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie as we begin a bright, sunshiny, hot day.
Sunshiny. I got my bright shirt on.
You do.
It's going to be a great day, but
be ready.
It's going to be hot.
98 heat index should reach 111, Odie, if you're out and about. And again, we urge you to do things early or late. This stuff usually kicks in a little after 10, being horrible. So plan your day. Make sure everything is okay with what you're doing. Today is Thursday. The weekend is coming back. We do have a chance of severe weather tomorrow. After lunch. It's nothing horrible. It's a level 1, and we're going to be watching that. So many things have been going on over the last, say 4 to 5 days. Some things that have happened in the community we have not had a chance to cover. So I thought this morning we needed to address one of the biggest problems that I've seen making stories nationwide out of Little Meridian, Mississippi. Odie, are you ready for this?
You know, this has got to be good.
It is.
There's no intro to this.
No, but we want you to know the cat pooper has been arrested.
It's bad, y'all.
Right there. In jail. $500 to get out. And, now, I have not spoken to Mr. Cat Pooper Tyler personally, but I have read comments of what's been going on. A gentleman was arrested because his cat that's really not his, that's a stray, wandered to the next door neighbor's yard, and he had papers made out against him for the cat using the bathroom in the neighbor's yard. Okay.
And he got arrested.
Yeah. So is there more to this? Has there been feud? I don't know. We really don't. But how this works, the sheriff's department arrested him. You had to go to the sheriff's department and explain what it was. They had to think, well, all right, I'll give that to a judge. I'll have to give this to a judge to see if he'll sign off on it. Then it made it to a judge, and then here come the deputies to arrest somebody over the cat. Let's show that picture again. Yeah. There you go, right there.
Now, if you do something that endangers someone, they let you out. No bond. You know, we're in that type of society right now.
Correct.
Where it's no bond, just tell us you'll be back in court. But if your cat poops on your neighbor's grass and you go to court, you got to pay a $500 fine to get your butt out of jail.
Tyler had to come up with $500 to get out of jail over the cat using the restroom. So,
society.
Do I know who signed off? I don't know the details of it, but it is funny. It is humorous. It is $500 to someone also. Now, again, we don't know what's going on there, but
you've got to read the comments because some of them was pretty good. Because old Morris here he bought the house. This guy bought the house, and the previous owners, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they left or if they passed away while they were in there, but the cat
came with the house.
Kind of came with the house, and
he got arrested.
So now he's got to pay $500. How do you? There's no leash law for a cat. For a dog, if your dog goes to your neighbor's yard and leaves a pile, the dog's supposed to be in your possession. The dog's got a leash law, supposed to be on your property, can't go nowhere. A cat does not have a leash law.
That's right.
But we talked about this. I'm from the country. I've been around dogs all my life, been around cats all my life. And, growing up, playing with your neighbors in the yard, you just took that chance. You just might step in a pile.
That's true. That just happens. Learning something. Usually I am told, and apparently we hadn't been told anything by the network. Apparently we've been preempted this morning over a soccer game on television. Woo. That happened last year, but they did tell us what days and what hours it would happen, and I've heard nothing. So
Is that football?
yes, and this goes on and off for over a week period, or maybe a little longer. Some days you're here, some days you're not. I'll have to call because no one called me.
Yeah, that's. Chris said, I thought cats covered their poo. I think they do when you got sand or something like that, but I guess he just had to go and it was grass and he couldn't cover it up.
Wow.
So it was.
And as you brought up a good point there, Illinois, they are getting for exactly what you hinted here. In the state of Illinois, they're doing away with bail. The kind of like the get out of jail free card.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Cash bail is gone. The state Supreme Court of Illinois has passed it. You're going to see things go on in Illinois. It's going to be lawlessness is what is coming.
Yeah. So if you're a business and you want to go to a place that's a lot better than that, come down south. Now bring some people here because we do need a workforce, but we've got places and we've got everything else needed for economic growth. We've got your highways, we've got your railroads, we've got your interstates, we've got your airports, we've got everything but workers.
That's right.
We don't have the only people who are working are the only ones who want to work. Everybody else doesn't want to work or getting a check or something like that. Now, yes, there's a few out there that would like to work that doesn't have a job, but it's less than 1%, I'm sure. But so we need a workforce before we can get big plants in here. But come on down here. If you want to go to where there's going to be a little bit of law, come on down.
Yeah, that's right. We do have that.
But we only need people who want to be part of society.
I think I'm going to send you over to the my house to break this to Sophie as
She's waiting for a steak.
I put this up last night. My dog really wanted a steak, so I went and bought a Powerball. I told her she'd get a steak there if we won. It went to California, $1 billion, Odie.
590 million up front.
If you wanted to do that.
If you wanted to do that. And then they'd probably walking out of here with $300 million.
It's a lot of money.
And somebody says, well, I just wouldn't play the lottery because that means I had to pay taxes on $700 million, and that's just not fair. Well, your cheap butt just walked out with $300 million.
Yeah, sometimes you got to weigh things out.
Yeah.
It's really there.
It doesn't make any sense, people.
Oh, have mercy there. So that's a few of the headlines that are shaping America this morning. And again, we apologize about the television thing that I was not aware of. But we'll get on that today, and I'll get a schedule from the TV station of what's going on and when that will be there, and we'll post that. Important to know all that. We'll be right back as we keep things rolling here on a Thursday morning. Scotty Ray and Odie, y'all put a smile on. We enjoy it. Will Parker's your local lawyer located here in Meridian. If you've been hurt on the job, call Will. Let him explain your rights with workplace injury. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Will Parker, your local lawyer, 2110 Front Street, Meridian. Dr. John Line and Dr. Jennifer Dooley have expanded their services when Dr. Cook retired last year. Advanced Vision Center is located on the 5th floor of Anderson's Medical Tower. Now, they bring experience in the most advanced technology to the Meridian area. Whether it's your first visit or you've been putting off that exam, and all of your text messages are blurry now. Advanced Vision Center knows how important your eyes are to you. After all, they are your windows to the world. Call today for an appointment. 601-553-2100.
Hi there, I'm Chris Bullock, a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. I'm out going door to door, getting my message out directly to voters. I want Lauderdale County to be the best place in Mississippi to live, work, and raise your family. I'm the most qualified candidate. I ask for your prayers, and on August 8th, I humbly ask for your vote.
Paid political by friends of Chris Bullock.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Scott says, what do they charge you tax on breathing? There's a tax for everything. You know, originally when they began the United States, it was you didn't pay tax on the income you earned. That was yours. And then one thing led to another, and they figured out they could take a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more.
We had to pay for a war, and so...
I don't think this is what George Washington had in mind.
No, not any of them. And I don't have a problem paying taxes for protection, police,
Roadways,
fire, road, that type of stuff. I do have a problem with you taking some of my money and giving to people that don't work.
That's a huge problem now.
You know, that's
student loan. There's a lot of people that are totally bent out of shape over that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
I read where it's
right.
about 10,000 people in the state of Mississippi. Did that pass that said it's going to qualify for?
Well, you know, the Supreme Court come in and says you don't have the power to do that. Now the Congress could come in and wipe it all out, but the president couldn't. So I think now it goes back to.
It's still kind of back and forth.
Yeah,
where
it's
we're
still
at.
back and forth, but I think it's due. If you have student loans, you do have to start paying now. They're still trying to figure out something to do with it, but they are doing that.
Lisa tells me I should give Sophie a steak anyway. Bless her little heart. I did give her some this weekend. She kept in that picture that I showed her. She'll put that paw on you and make you feel so bad. Like, come on, one piece. Then if you give one, you gotta bring a little bit in. She's wanting her part going.
I cooked dinner last night, and me and Amy's sitting on the bed watching TV, and we're eating. And Bert just has his head sitting up on the mattress, like, so they'll call me up here in a minute. I know they will. And finally, it was like, well, come on. So he jumped up there and just sat in between us, like, okay, which one of y'all gonna give me something? They're spoiled. Roy's over here. He's saying that the female soccer players look better than we do. Well, I mean, I'm probably not going to disagree with you, but why are you over there watching that while we're on TV?
There you go. I'll get a soccer ball and let him hold it the rest of the week under his arm while we talk.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Have I missed something here in the deep South? I've just never known soccer to be that. Maybe I've just hadn't kept up with the way the trends have gone. Is soccer that big in the U.S. now?
I guess well, you know, we started playing in the World Cup. Is that what it's called? The World Cup?
Oh, no.
Or league or something.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. But no, I mean, there was soccer as I was growing up. There was a couple of teams, but it was never huge, and we didn't do it in schools. Now they do it in schools.
Yeah, I know it's all that. So anyway, we're preempted over it. Huh,
yeah.
Get out of here.
At least it was the women's soccer team.
Yeah, it's going to change, though, let me warn you. As we look at things in and around, we have to give pats on the back where they're due, and this is. Now, the picture is not as good as I'd like. Sometimes when things are sent through the internet, it what do you call it when it messes a picture up?
Them up.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Pixels ain't pixelating.
Pixelating great, but you'll see here, this is 4 guys that pulled over a lady's car quit. This is North Hill Street where it runs into 19, where you go play bingo over there with the guys at the Knights of the Columbus. They helped push her car out of the way, and that was nice of those guys to do that. We need more of that in our area of helping those who need help.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take just a minute, and it does make you feel good.
It does.
I want to say thank you to Rush Hospital.
What'd they do for you?
They had to put up with me and my sister and my mama.
What'd you do? Would y'all just go in for air conditioning? Or
so well, that was to help. My mama got a little confused yesterday, and so all of a sudden I saw her, and it was like, uh-oh. So, Miss Pat, I didn't bring you your side, but we do have some more goodies that were made for us yesterday. But Miss Pat made some, and they are delicious. But I spent all day trying to take care of my mom and my sister, and I had to get back to work. But throw some prayers up throw some prayers up today for my mama. And she's going to need a little prayers. Everything's good. She's at home, but we do have some more doctor's appointments coming up. And I think we're finally getting some answers to some questions that a lot of us have had. And I think we're going to be good. Charlene said they were good so far. Good to her yesterday, and real nice people over there. But it's tough. And all y'all having to take care of your mamas, I know it is tough. It's a tough deal. And
at some point, and this is going to happen to everybody watching, it will end up taking care of your parents as they took care of you. And it's just the way the world works. And strokes are horrible. It messes with memories. It messes with movements of hand. And then the all bad one, that dementia, which moves in. Alzheimer's. All of these things happen. If we live long enough, it will happen to each of us. And it takes a lot for somebody to go to work, take care of things, try to take care of their parents. It's a I don't want to say burden, because it's just tough.
It's different than raising a kid. Now you're raising a parent, and it just doesn't seem right.
We're back on TV.
Whoop, whoop. I guess they figured they'd put that stop to that game while we was on.
Just hold off. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
We'll go down and talk to somebody today and find out who, what, and when.
Yeah, we'll find out.
A big thank you to everybody that goes above and beyond to help their parents, because promise you it's going to happen. You're going to have to deal with that at some point. Let's see what all is going on this morning that we need to talk about. Let's start with some local things here. An APB, I guess, was put out by the Meridian Police Department early yesterday as we shared this picture. This is what was put out, wanted, and then just a little bit later, Odie, we would get word that, well, the situation had helped itself as this person was arrested, came in, turned themselves in. This would be Jessica Avery. She is a suspect or accused in the shooting of the mother and the child, the 26-year-old mother and 7-year-old child that was shot. She had involvement in this. A warrant was issued. She has been arrested. She turned herself in. One of the first times that we've seen a lady or a woman involved in a shooting in the Meridian area. Yeah. That's a everything before now has been men.
Yeah, this was a shift into what's going on, and still she has her day to explain. She's not guilty. She is an interesting party.
Bond has been set at $250,000.
I'm glad we're not up north.
Yeah, it'd be $25 and you'd go. No, it wouldn't be anything.
It wouldn't be anything.
But that's the latest that we've got from the Meridian Police Department on that situation. So keep it in mind. That is off the streets at this point, and when we find out more on that, we'll pass that along. We also had some gunfire yesterday as we look at this, Odie. 29th Avenue. Now, no one was hurt, no one was injured in this as we pull this up to make a bigger view on this for everybody to see. 29th Avenue and 20th Street. Yes, there's an accidental one there. It's not 129th. It's 29th Avenue. Rump row is all I can say.
We ain't got that many.
That's right. But police did go to the scene. There was no one hurt, no one injured. We also had more gunfire late last night, right around 10 p.m. 9 to 10 p.m. this would happen. We would have more gunshots in the 26th Street, 43rd Avenue. Now, this is State Boulevard is where this is. If you're looking at the map, it would be due east of there. Here's Highland Baptist Church, where we do have a lot of shootings in this area. There's no doubt that does happen. It's pretty common. Again, here, no one was hurt or injured that I am aware of at this point. So that's the good news on that. Always some silver linings to bad news. More to come. Already 7:20.
Golly.
20 minutes that quick, Odie.
We move on through.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Hello, I'm Billy Solly, and for almost 3 decades I have served as your sheriff of Lauderdale County. I have chosen to retire, and it's time for you, the voters, to select my successor. On August 8th, I'm asking you to please go to the polls and vote for Ward Calhoun as your next sheriff.
Thank you for your endorsement, Sheriff Solly, and I'm asking for your vote humbly to serve as your next sheriff. Please vote Ward Calhoun on Tuesday, August 8th in Republican primaries.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381.
It's almost election time. Have you researched the candidates? My name is Michelle Griffith Joyner, and I'm asking for your vote for Lauderdale County Justice Court Judge District 1. With a bachelor's degree in criminology and more than 23 years of experience actually working in a criminal court, I'm qualified, experienced, and ready. My goals are to enforce personal responsibility and reduce recidivism. On August 8th, please vote for qualifications. Vote Michelle Griffith Joyner for Lauderdale County Justice Court Judge District 1. Learn more about me at joynerforjustice.com.
Will Parker's your local lawyer located here in Meridian. If you've been in an auto accident, see Will and get the help you deserve. Will explain your rights. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Will Parker, your local lawyer, 2110 Front Street, Meridian. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie as we're deep into a Thursday, July the 20th.
Golly. It is, I mean, this whole month's going by, this morning's going by, the week's going by. I mean,
we got messages that we're going to have some power outages out in Causeville. Is that right?
Yeah, so we're getting EMEPA. I guess they're going to be doing some work out in the Causeville area. So from 10 p.m. tomorrow night to approximately 4 a.m. Saturday morning, you're going to lose your power. So hopefully they're doing some work.
But maybe with that being in the middle of the night, it'll fix it to where you won't need it during the hot portion of the day when you need your air conditioning. So we hope that that cures that. I want to bring this up. I've been putting out polls, and we'll put out another poll today. What we're doing is getting a pulse of where we are as the election comes near us. It's going to be August the 8th is going to be the primary poll. So we're each day putting out a different poll. As we put out District 1 Supervisor yesterday on the Republican side, let's pull up what the numbers are at this point. And we'd love to have you cast your vote because we want it to be as accurate and as close as we can. And at the end of the day, when the actual election happens, we'll go back and pull these up and see how close they were.
But look, if you're going to vote for the sheriff race, you can live anywhere in Lauderdale County.
Right.
Coroner's race, anywhere in the county. District 1 Supervisor, we just asked, if you don't live in District 1 Supervisor, don't vote for District 1 Supervisor.
And by the numbers, it looks like it's being done on that. Let's pull this up where we can see this. Right now, as we pull up District 1, if it were held on our election site, has Chris Bullock leading at 47%, Devin Snowden at 27%, followed by JJ. Now, what is interesting about this is, as you see all of this here, we've got a week out. There's not a lot of votes cast yet, but neither one of these have a 50%, so this would be a runoff.
That would be a runoff.
We'll see what becomes of that, but we'd love for you to go vote on this so we can see where this leads. Okay, the next one that we've put out, let's look at the temperature of where we are, a snapshot on coroner. And yes, there is a lot of people running for this office. On the Republican side, as we pull this up, leading right now would be Kevin Smith at 41%, followed by Kenneth Graham, Stella McMahon coming in third, John Hollingsworth at fourth, and Jonathan Wells in the fifth slot as we look at the Republican side of this. But again, yet that would be not enough to win and would be a runoff in between these two if it were held today.
Right.
Now, again, we'd love for you to vote on this because we want this to be as accurate as it can be. Not made up, as accurate as we can, but we get this from you. Now, the next poll that we've put out is a sheriff's race. And again, this is just a temperature poll. Right now, if it were held, according to the site, as we pull this up, we've got Ricky Roberts leading with 68%, Ward Calhoun coming in at 32%. We'll see where this goes. And again, if you'd like to vote, visit our webpage. It's our Facebook page. Let me show you how this looks. I've got these two pinned to the top of the page. If you go to ours to take a look, at the very top right there is where you would vote for sheriff. This is coroner, and you can scroll down the page and find, this is a young lady that's missing, by the way. You can find the District 1 Supervisor. We will probably today put up the judge. That is District 1 Circuit Court Judge. We'll probably put that poll up a little later this afternoon to get a feel of where that's headed.
Yeah, and we just ask that you vote in your prospective area.
Yeah.
This isn't a popularity. This is an actual who can do the best job. This is a 4-year commitment to someone that is going to be doing a control of your pocketbook, I guess you could say. So let's do this as educational as we can, because we do need to put the right people in. But if you live in District 1, vote District 1. If you live in District 3, 2, 2's got 1, 3's got 1. 4's the only one that doesn't.
Right over to your right, there's the entire sheet underneath that calendar. We got a list of everybody that's running in Lauderdale County. And we'll try to get some of these up for these hot contested races also in other counties in the area as well. Jody Pennington is leading. Y'all want to know why in the sheriff's race in Newton County? Because ain't nobody running against him.
Michelle's already making sure that we're doing this right.
What did she
says
say?
It is justice court, not circuit court.
Well, now, did I say something wrong?
I guess we must have said circuit court. And then Oofafafafafaf to come on here with one of these.
This is going to get banned here in just a little bit.
Yep. So stay off here.
Yeah, these people,
Crazy
these scammers,
people.
exactly what that is.
And here's the thing. The only reason they keep doing it is because somebody's falling for it.
Yeah, they're after money or something or your
yeah.
information.
Yeah.
So
I
watch
tell you,
those people.
I know somebody who's after some money, and she better get some money. That's Lou Cobbler, because it's her birthday today. So she might not need cash, but she needs something that costs some money, like a big diamond ring or something like that, because she's had to put up with Clayton. Could you imagine having to put up with Clayton all these years?
Bless her heart.
Today's your day, Miss Lou, and we love you, and happy birthday. And Clayton, go get her a big diamond ring or something like that.
Yeah, be sweet to her. Roy asked a question.
He didn't say how old she was.
Oh, he didn't? Do you want to guess for him?
No.
Okay, I see Odie back away from that. He's a true politician, y'all. Roy, I think they changed this. At one point in time, I think you were right. The question is, can the county coroner remove a sheriff from office if he has justified reason? I think that was a law, and I think that got tweaked somewhere down the road. I'm not 100% on that.
Well, couldn't remove him from office. At one time, the coroner was the only person that could arrest the sheriff. But I do believe that something had happened not too long ago.
I'm just trying to picture
where it wouldn't happen.
I'm just trying to picture
Clayton,
arresting Billy.
Clayton, do you have the power? Are you the only one that has the power to remove the coroner? Or
Billy, if you're watching, can you tell us?
Or one of y'all?
Yeah, Billy or Clayton, y'all tell me what that is.
We know.
We know
y'all watching.
morning. Scotty Ray and Odie, 728. We got so much more to come. We'll be right back after these great messages that help us out each and every day.
Hello, I am Justin J.J. Anders, and I'm running for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. Many of you may know me from the UPS store, which I owned and operated for over 13 years. I'm a family man and a businessman. The Board of Supervisors is the business board of Lauderdale County. I have the business background and experience needed to be a valued member of this board. I am financially conservative and believe we should live within our means. I am Justin J.J. Anders, and I'm asking for your vote for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor.
Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigerator. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator, from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We got an answer from Clayton, who is up this morning trying to make a birthday cake.
It was 1984. I guess the coroner and the ranger was the same person. So he does not have the power to arrest the sheriff.
So Billy walks free today.
So Billy doesn't have to worry about
Clayton sneaking up on him with handcuffs.
Yeah. And I asked Billy, I said, we need a good name. I said, we got the Bear Yacht. So what we got over there, he said, simple. Billy's Bed and Breakfast.
Billy's Bed and Breakfast.
I said, well, 3 hots and a cot. So.
Yeah, we are going to miss Billy. Billy's been with us for how many years? 26, 27, 29 years as sheriff. We're going to miss him. We wish him luck at fishing and all that good stuff with his grandkids, and retirement is good. Some folks, but seriously, I doubt I can see Odie retiring, but a lot of people have a hard time adjusting to retirement because you're used to doing something.
Yeah, and I mean, you still got to get out and about.
Yeah, and this is the number one bad thing with retirement. If you retire, go home, don't sit on the couch and flick channels because it's the end of you. Stay active, listen to your wife, do everything she tells you, right?
That's it. Now, Sheriff, I still hope you make him pecan pies every year.
Make pecan pies?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get one, did we?
Well, he hadn't made them this year.
Oh, he hadn't? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see if we make the list.
I do have a couple of them at the house that I probably need to bring you. That Miss Pat.
Oh, did we get more pies?
Yeah, yesterday.
And you kept them?
Well, I just forgot to bring them.
Odie seems to be the people that everybody drops those pies off to Odie.
Well, I'm easy to get to, see. I'm centrally located.
Odie, let's step back in time. Let's see what happened on this day in history. This is noted as one of the most beautiful women that ever existed on the TV screens and movie screens of America. She would end tragically, and yet today we still don't know what really went on that night on that boat.
Yeah.
Natalie Wood was born 1938 when she was born. Of course, Robert Wagner there. You'll remember him from all the movies and TV shows that he was in. 1944, well, this would come along. There's only one you. There's only one Mona Lisa. Well, you know all of those. T.G. Shepard was born 1944. He's been in Meridian countless times and graced the stage of the Temple Theater. You got something there you need to share there?
Well, Clayton just did some more, that the ranger was the only one who could arrest the sheriff, and the coroner took the sheriff's place if he was removed from office. The ranger was also in charge of taking care of cattle that got out and sold them at the courthouse step.
Well, let me just go ahead and tell you, the deputies and everybody in Highway Patrol deal with cattle every day. Every day there's a cow in the road. And there's pour something. They got lassos. They need They need a saddle.
It wasn't the sheriff's department and a horse, though.
True. No, it was not. It was not.
It was just a cow.
1945. Kim Carnes. She's got Betty Davis Eyes was born. Y'all remember her?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while since I heard that song, but her birthday today. Now, this next name, you ain't going to know it.
No, but you'll know the movie.
Yeah, I use the word ain't as much as I can because I think people need to be educated, how we do here in the South. Do you remember Porky's?
Yeah, I do.
The movie Porky's. Well, this young man was a star of that TV show. I've never seen of him since or heard of him, but there he is. Porky's. Dan Mahona, how you say that?
Monahan.
Monahan. Okay. We got it. I was close. Okay, maybe not. But
yeah, well, it started with an M.
Yep, he got a birthday today. Texas in 1880. Oh, that was one of the big songs they had. Foster and Lloyd, as Randy Foster is having a birthday today. He was a great artist there in country music. Has written a lot of songs behind the scene. That was back when he had a lot of hair and earrings. Bless his heart.
Man.
Has a birthday today. Let's see what else we've got here. Do you remember Jan and Dean? They were kind of the answer, I think, to the Beach Boys back in the day.
I don't remember them.
Surf City went number 1 on this date. I think it was this one. It was in a horrible car wreck and ended their career, and it kind of stopped all that. But they were big during the 60s.
Yeah, that man, I hate to anybody ruin a career with a car wreck. That's terrible.
1968, the big Valley was out there, and we had to watch her. She was a tough old broad, if y'all remember. Well, she made the cover of TV Guide today. I said that wrong, didn't I?
Today. Something like that. Y'all know
Jared
what we're talking about.
and Blondie there, and
Yeah,
Mrs. Stanwyck.
She had your tongue twisted.
She did. She was mean. I ain't gonna lie about it. Now, as we get to our next thing in history, in 1954, a song would be recorded. He admitted, hey, I got this tune from something else, but he went into a movie theater, watched a movie, and he goes, that's a great idea. He was mesmerized by it, went home, wrote it out. He had recorded a couple songs that were mediocre, getting national attention. He would record it would go to number 4. But it would be 1968 when he would redo the song in a live concert that the men that were watching this would go wild. Why? Because they couldn't go anywhere. It went number 1 on this date back in 68. I'm not sure if Odie was in the audience or not. I've been trying to find out.
Not that early anyway.
68. It went Folsom Prison Blues, number 1. And again, it was released in 54, 55 there, and it went to number 4 on the charts, but it would be the live version that would go all the way to number 1 for Johnny.
Well, I tell you, it's definitely a good song. And that's a heck of a place to put on a concert.
It is.
Because everybody's going to show up, and they're all going to be happy.
Hooping and hollering.
Yeah, it's just the only thing you got out there.
And if you ever watched the movie I Walked the Line, Johnny was one of those, when he got something in his head, he did it. Record label wasn't even wanting to go record that, and he said, you meet me there. I'll be there.
Whether you want to or not.
Right.
I'm
1969, we made, worldwide news. The United States was one of the first there. We did what? We walked on the moon.
We hope we did. Everybody, half of them say we did, half of them say we didn't.
It could have been in a movie theater.
Yeah. Who knows?
So, which way do you lean? Houston, we have a problem.
I think we've been there.
Conspiracy theories, there's a lot of it out there on that.
Did we go that time? I don't know. But, I think we've been there.
Was there cocaine in the White House? That makes me...
Well, now we can't find that out. There's no way
we don't have an FBI agency or anybody that's smart enough to crack this case.
No, Horatio's too busy to even come up there and get fingerprints. Come on.
Yeah.
The most sophisticated security camera systems they got is inside that White House. On every room, with every corner. The DNA's on the bag, and I'm sure there's probably some on the straw that he, I
got a feeling that Walker, Texas Ranger, could have solved this in about 38 minutes.
I think most of America's already solved it. Hunter did it.
1971. If you ever watched any of those ER TV shows, you'll know exactly who this young lady is. Sandra Oh. I think is how you pronounce that. She was born in 71. She was a big actress on that. It was a successful TV show. 1973, we would lose this guy. A lot of you loved him.
Yeah.
He was, and I guess the only guy that took the place was the guy that's in Rush Hour, Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
He filled in where this guy left off as Bruce Lee passed away in 73.
Man, that was something. He was.
So who would have won?
Old boy.
Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee? Who was the best?
I'm not going to answer that.
I'm going
Chuck Lee.
Chuck Lee.
Chuck Lee. Because Chuck, he's still alive, and he'll come down here and whoop my butt.
I'm going with Chuck. Chuck is the best. I mean, it was along with McQuigg, and that Dodge did climb out of that hole.
You dang right.
I believed every minute of it.
Yeah.
1984, Miss America had to resign. Whoop! Somebody found some accidental pictures that should have never been taken. Vanessa Williams stepped down because of the publication of the pictures that shouldn't have. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that. 1999, you remember her from watching Bewitched. She was nosy. She was the neighbor. There she is. Sandra Gould passed away. She was the second person to play Gladys.
Okay, well.
There was two of them. You remember that little older? Yeah. Bless it.
Miss Kravitz.
I don't know if
likes my shirt. Thank you, Christy.
Does she?
Yeah.
Christy.
So Kim says Sandra Oh was from Grey's Anatomy. So maybe that is how you pronounce it, is O. That's the way they spell O, O-H.
Is it? Okay. I guess at some of these names. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not real good at spelling, but I'm pretty good at the 2-letter words.
We did get questions. We're going to cover this next. What happened at the motel room with all the police tape? We've got that next. We're going to give those explanations of what we know. Plus, we'll talk about the woo-woo lights that showed up at the Cefco on 22nd Avenue. I was trying to figure out how to correct a misspelled word. Next thing I know, I'm surrounded. I thought I'd done something wrong.
Uh-oh.
That's all up and coming here as the Scotty Ray Report continues this morning.
Hello, I'm Ricky Roberts, and I have been privileged to be a lifelong resident and public servant of Lauderdale County. There's no denying crime is on the rise, and there's unrest in our community. It's time for action. It's time for change, and it's time to ensure the safety of the future for our families together. I ask that you elect me, Ricky Roberts, on August the 8th to be your next sheriff and allow me to continue serving you. This is our county, this is our home, and together we can protect it.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
My mama said I need a truck because this lawnmower's the devil.
Buddy, we can do it!
Need a truck?
We can do it!
Need a van?
We can do it!
Need an SUV?
Buddy, we can do it!
Need some luxury? We've got you there too.
We can do it!
At Interstate Auto, we can do it.
I'm Nick Lisi, and I'm running for Justice Court Judge of District 1. Justice Court is the people's court, and I've been serving the people of Lauderdale County for 30 years. I grew up here, and now having 4 kids of my own, the future of our community matters to me. On August 8th, remember, vote Republican, vote Nick Lisi.
All right, here's our sound. We're back.
Now we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
All right, let's describe this as we're at Bonita Lakes Circle, Bonita Lakes Mall, or what do they call it now? Uptown Mall?
Uptown Mall.
This would be the motel that sits directly behind McAllister's is where this is, Odie.
Yeah.
All right, the name of it is a couple initials, and I can't remember what it is. I've got it written in the text on this. But as we begin the pictures here, they're beginning to stretch the tape in front of the motel room. As we come across here and take a look, we also had police at the adjacent hotel, which is the Micro Hotel. As we go back and look at this, he's left by himself as they guard this, as more investigators are on the way to arrive here. As they do get on scene here, let's just keep going through this. It was a lot of cops here as they showed up with this. Now, what do we know about this? That particular room, somewhere during the night, Odie, somebody would breach the door without going and renting the room. You can't do that, but they did it. The room would be sold later, and it's unclear whether it was hotel staff or if it was the manager that discovered it, but they went and got the door opened, and it was a couple in the room. It would be a male bleeding immensely, blood pouring off of him. The couple would depart the room in a trot. They would go across the parking lot, head toward the Microtel, lose a shirt over there. It's why the police were there. There's a bloodied up shirt laying there. The manager or whoever it was went into the room, and the room was covered in blood everywhere. So there's a lot of assumptions as to what could have happened. What makes sense, and this is unverified part, but most likely someone was injured, somebody was after them, and they held up in a room to get away from the bad people. that were after them. Whatever the case was is most likely what went on. We do know 100% sure that somebody was in the room, they were injured and bleeding. There was no deceased, so if you happen to see someone injured, contact police. The last time they went down the hill and they would head toward the crossing was the last sighting of them. It was a black male and also a white female that were in the room, is all we know.
Well, you know, it had to have been something illegal, because why would you not call for help? You know, I need an ambulance or take me to the hospital, and then you're running. If you're losing that much, that's a lot of blood. It's got to be. If you said that place was,
it was covered,
that's a lot of blood in there, and you're not going to make it much longer.
And we have not gotten an official statement from police as to what went on. And the way they're telling us is that, from what I understand, that's the case on that. They won't release a lot of information because they'll tell me it's an ongoing investigation. That's all I get. So that's what we know. As we get more, if we get more, we will pass that along. I was telling Odie I had pulled over on the side of the road yesterday, and I discovered that I had a misspelled word, and I had my phone out because I forgot my glasses when I left. And it's very hard for me to make corrections or get things right when I don't have reading glasses. And I had the phone out about right here, and I'm sitting in that parking lot, and here comes woo-woo lights. Woo-woo. And I'm thinking, what did I do? And the next thing you know, there's like everybody in Meridian there. So I thought,
they're after me.
I better get out and see what's going on. As we pull this up, here's the scene at the Cefco on 22nd Avenue. As we pull this up, this would, as you recognize this, Meridian Fire Department was on scene. As we go through these pictures, all of the gas pumps were taped off. Why? Well, we would find out in just a little bit as they all huddled around and got a football plan. Right down at the bottom of this hill, it would be found out that there was a leak in a tank right down here, and they would get all this roped off here in just a little bit. They call DEQ, and they're in the middle of getting these pumps and that leak fixed. So you'll probably see some equipment over the next 48 hours or so with all that being fixed. I was thinking it was something worse with that many people showing up. But
because everybody got that.
Everybody did. But that is a serious problem because it's a leak and can cause, you think if there was that could happen.
Well, and that, and you know, the big thing now is environmental. You know, the dangers of that to all of us immediately is low, but the danger for the environment is high.
That's right.
So that takes precedence too. But yeah, everybody showed up, made sure that was took care of, and everybody's safe, everybody's good. You can go drive through there. AI hasn't taken over the design of that roadway yet.
Had a chance to meet with some more officials yesterday as I had lunch down at the Queen City truck stop. And I was there, I was meeting with Clark County, some folks from there, some folks from Lauderdale County, and we were paying and getting ready to walk out, and I noticed the Meridian Police Department had somebody pulled over. And I thought, God bless them. Either it was a seatbelt or it was something like that. So I walked outside and I snapped a picture, and it was a gentleman filling up his truck. He said, Scotty Ray. And I said, hey there. And he goes, man, my wife loves you. And I said, really? He goes, she ain't gonna believe I met you. And I said, well, let's take a picture together. And I said, you could show her. And I wanted to show that this morning here. Mr. Ivy was out and about there filling up his truck, and I can verify he was there if you're wondering where he was yesterday. A big thank you to him and his wife for watching. I'm horrible at selfies. I don't know how to hold a phone to take a picture of it. I'm not professional at it.
Well, he probably got hit this morning because they're sitting there and he's sitting back going, hey, see, I told you. I saw him yesterday.
I do appreciate that. That was extremely nice of him, and I had a pleasure talking with him out the gas pumps, and whoever you were that got your ticket there, I feel for you. I feel for you.
I ran into a guy at Walmart the other day, and he was like, man, I love y'all's show.
We appreciate all that.
And can I get a selfie? And I was like, heck yeah, man. And I talked to him, good guy, but just, man, thank y'all for what y'all do, and enjoy it. It gives us that start of every day.
Yep.
So we thank y'all for being with us.
Another thing that's going to be happening today, Brown Bag Day, downtown Meridian, if you get a chance there. Brick Gully And the Brit Bob Band will all be out on the steps there doing the brown bag lunch, where you can absolutely free. Brit will be entertaining. I'm going to swing by and see that. Also, another big event, as we had them on yesterday, this is rolling into town today. They'll be escorted. The Vietnam Traveling Wall is coming in today out by the airport, sometime between 11 and 2, depending upon traffic and all of that. We'll try to get out and be a part of that, but that will begin tomorrow to where you can go by and see this all weekend long.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then back at the Max, don't show up thinking somebody's going to give you a brown bag that you can go listen to some music. You bring your own lunch.
I forgot.
And you get to sit out there for free and listen to some good music with Brother Brent there. But no, bring your own lunch.
No word yet if Britt is bringing a spray bottle and every once in a while go squirt, squirt and put water on the crowd as it's 100 degrees outside today.
Yeah. Joe says, where's the wall at? The wall's going to be on Highway 11, right there at the beginning of the airport, on the north end of the airport, where they just built the airplane, as that new memorial that they're putting up. It's going to be right there. So if you're going south on Highway 11, you pass
two gas
stations,
some
there,
houses,
a couple of houses, and boom, there it is, just south of the entrance to Key Field military base. You're not going. I promise you're not going to be able to miss it. Lima's got a huge communications trailer out there for them, so you'll see that. But can't miss it. Go by there.
We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Billy Solly, and for almost 3 decades, I have served as your sheriff of Lauderdale County. I have chosen to retire, and it's time for you, the voters, to select my successor. On August 8th, I'm asking you to please go to the polls and vote for Ward Calhoun as your next sheriff.
Thank you for your endorsement, Sheriff Solly, and I'm asking for your vote humbly to serve as your next sheriff. Please vote Ward Calhoun on Tuesday, August 8th in Republican primaries.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
I'm Devin Snowden, Republican candidate for District 1 Supervisor, Lauderdale County. I'm 6th generation Snowden to call this home. This is where I'm raising my family, where I work and serve the landowners of this area, and where we play. I want Lauderdale County to continue to call home. If elected, I'll do my best to make Lauderdale County its best. Please vote for me, Devin Snowden, on August 8th, and remember, I'm not just any candidate, I'm your neighbor.
Paid for by the campaign to elect Devin Snowden.
If you're building or remodeling your home and finally getting around to that to-do list, before you spend your hard-earned money anywhere else, do yourself and your pocketbook a favor and check out the huge selection available at Southern Pipe and Supply. They have a large showroom on Highway 39 North in Meridian. You can check out the large selection of tubs, showers, sinks, and faucets. Southern Pipe for all of your heating and air conditioning system upgrades, along with standby generators in preparation for storm season. And we're local, Southern Pipe and Supply.
What drives us may be different, but what we share is the pursuit. Whether taking on the job site or your own backyard, let the pursuit of the perfect cut begin. Stihl's zero-turn mowers are here. Real Stihl. Find yours.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Hey, we got word of who could actually arrest a sheriff somewhere in any county in the United States. A constable has the right to do that.
Yeah, because
Didn't know
he's
that.
an elected official too. So
learn something there.
You learn it all on this show.
Yes, sir, Bob. Let's see what else we've got going. I want to bring this up. I got into statistics across the state. In our area, I was looking at this of unemployment rate. Who's got the highest? Coming in at 50 on unemployment is Winston County. Y'all watch from there. Neshoba County is at 48. Lauderdale County ranks in at 46 on the list of unemployment rate. Clark County is at 43. Got a few jobs going on there. Jasper is at 35. We're going on down this list now. Atala is at 34. Wayne County, 29. Kemper County, getting bad. 15 on the list of unemployment highest. Noxubee is at 13, and I had to throw in number 1, Jefferson County, highest rate of unemployment in the state of Mississippi now. Jefferson County, if you wanted to know that. BYOBB, bring your own bag. Remember that, Odie?
That's right.
You ever
bring your own brown bag.
Bring your own constable.
Do we have a constable? Yeah, we got 5 of them.
Is it 5?
I think so.
I didn't realize all that.
We either got 4 or 5.
Now, this is getting more and more. I don't even know where we go with this Alabama missing woman. As they dig into her phone, her family is saying, oh, she was kidnapped. But police are saying she Googled the movie Taken. She Googled so many different things.
How to steal money out of a register.
Yeah.
She had a robe and some toilet paper and something else that she stole from work. That they've got all this on camera.
Odie, it's
and then she's sitting back going, well, I don't feel like talking, so I'll call you when I can. Here's the thing. This has become an investigation. It's time to go up there and say, okay, you either come and talk to us or we're going to arrest you. One of the two. We're going to end this.
What makes this case different is the entire United States was praying for the safety of this woman. This is why this case is so...
The amount of resources.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I mean, I can make a phone call and get just about anything over here. But the same with all these other places. They can make one phone call and we're packing up going to them. Same way over there. The amount of resources that were brought in for this.
Huge. I glanced at this, and she's at some point claiming that she was kidnapped by a couple, and they took nude photos of her. I don't know what that's got to do with anything, but...
So they put her in a car, and then took her to a 18-wheeler and put her in the back of an 18-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
And then
10 seconds
put her
there,
back in
Odie.
a car. It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, be with us. We love you. Have fun. See you in 23 hours. Have a wonderful day.
And we'll investigate soccer people. What's going to happen in the morning? We'll let you know.
That's right. We'll catch up on birthdays tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: